guys, good morning and welcome to our live workout for today. Today we're going to be working our way through a kettlebell workout. So focused a lot on our hinge motion today, and we're also going to be focusing on a bit of push and pull as well. So let's start warming up those joints. Ankles first, working our way up through our body. Alright, so as we do, I'm going to explain the workout that we've got today. So we've got a three-part workout. The first part is our strength component, or more of our strength component. We're going to be looking at very similar to the barbell workout we did, but we're doing it with kettlebells. So we've got kettlebell deadlifts supersetted with kettlebell swings, so really focused on that hinge motion. We've got 5 sets there. And then we move on to our 7-minute training block. First training block is a bit of push-pull. So we've got dead start rows and we've got push-ups. And then our second 7-minute is squat with press. And we've got our core workout in there, as core exercises in there as well. So we've got 2 7-minute training blocks. And we've got a bit of a strength component at the start. If you are tuning in on Facebook, make sure you give us a little bit of a like, a bit of a love. If you're watching this or doing this workout on replay, then just hit replay. All right. So I'm a massive fan of kettlebells, as everyone would probably know by now. All right, very versatile piece of equipment. Don't need a lot of space, so they are perfect for that at-home workout. So if someone was to say to me, what equipment do I need for an at-home workout? My number one go-to would be a kettlebell. Okay, obviously having the weight in a small area, okay, so it doesn't take up a lot of room, all right? It does make it that little bit more challenging with that low surface area, and the off-center weight, unlike a dumbbell, okay, works on the stability of the little stabilizing muscles inside our joints, which is really, really important for a lot of us. So when we're doing our pressing work, especially, helps to support and build strength and stability through our shoulders. All right, let's kick our legs through. Nice controlled kicks, try and balance. And open into an arch. Coming towards the end of April here in Perth. We've got beautiful weather still. I think it's clear today, a little bit cooler, but I think we're heading for some nice warm days in the coming towards the end of the week, so that's going to be very nice for sure. Open up the hips, okay, keep the knees out, just work through the ankles. All right, let's go through and do our little mobility flow now. So down into our child's pose. Sink down nice and low. Just take some deep breaths. Shift your weight forward, arch your back. Bit of that cat-cow action. And then when you're ready, drop your hips down, push yourself back into it, into that cobra position. Make sure you've got your music on in the background. Workouts are always better with music. Toes into the ground, push yourself into that downward dog. Really get that nice stretch through the calves, through the shoulders. Bring the left foot up to the left hand. Rotate up, keeping our eyes on that top hand. At the same time, drop the right hip down a little bit, get a nice stretch through those hip flexors. All right, then bring your weight up. All right, squeeze that right back glute. And just pulse forward and back, just little pulses, getting a nice stretch. Raise your arms above your head if you need to, get a deeper stretch. All right, hands back down. back into our downward dog. And this time we're on our right side, rotating up to the right, dropping the left hip down a little bit. And then weight up, squeeze that back glute and pulse forward and back. All right, cool. So we're gonna get stuck into this warm-up section. All right, before I do, just make sure, I don't have my MyZone on yet, but make sure you've got your MyZone on if you are using one. All right, massive fan of MyZone. All right, we use it in our facility. You can take it wherever you want to go. It's a very active heart rate and activity tracker or effort tracker. I think they've got if you hit your 1,300 MEPs in the month, you go into the draw to win 10 grand in the global challenge at the moment, so that's pretty cool. All right, can you post the workout? I can't jump on right now. Hales, I will post the workout for you for sure. Definitely will do that for you. All right, so for our warm-up, we've got our 3 exercises. We've got our halos, we've got our round the worlds, and then we've got our figure 8. You can mix and match your bells if you like. All right, we're gonna start with our halos. So feet together, gonna grab the bottoms up of the bell. We're gonna let that travel all the way around our body, back to the front. You can see how nice and controlled this movement is. There's very little momentum. We're getting a nice stretch through the lats and through the thoracic area. We're going 6 one way, and then 6 back the other. We're taking the shoulder through its full range of motion. Once we've done our 6, we're then going to go into our around the world. So I'm going to move to a heavier bell. For this one, I just find it a little bit more, works that shoulder a little bit more, feet still together. I'm going to slowly pass the bell around my body, trying not to use momentum, trying to keep it nice and controlled. Once again, 6 going in one direction, and then 6 back the other. Okay, you can see that I'm not just swinging it around like this. Okay, I've got absolute control over that bell. And then next we're going to do our figure 8s. So we're going to take a wider stance. All right, we're going to squat down and pass the bell through our legs as we squat down and come up through. Okay, we're going to pass from the front 6 times, and then we're going to pass from behind. All right, so heart rate comes up a little bit. Now we're back into our halos once again, round 2. All right, figure 8, sorry, around the world. Six one way, 6 the other. Trying not to let the body move too much. And then we've got our figure 8s to finish. Good. Six passing from the front, and then 6 passing from behind. Awesome work. All right, so we're gonna get stuck into this workout. The first portion of our workout is deadlifts and kettlebell swings. All right, so now we've got to just remember that a deadlift and a swing, all right, is a hinge motion. Okay, that's the motion that we're looking at there, a hinge motion. All right, so we can mix that up. We can do single legs if we like. okay? We can do a single leg deadlift if we want to create more intensity. All right, we can do a hip thrust if we want to take any pressure away from our lower back. All right, with our swing, okay, we can do a half swing. All right, so we can just do a half swing. So we're just going into that 7 o'clock position. We've got the full Russian swing, okay? We can alternate our swings if we like, making our core work a little bit more. If you really want to challenge yourself, you can snatch, okay? But that's a lot of snatches to go through if you wanted to change your swing around. All right, so guys, what we're going to do is we need to get a set done every 2 minutes. For the first set, I want you to start light. Okay, so deadlifts and swings, I want you to start light if you have the capability to. All right, it may also mean that you might do some body weight work for set 1. Then we've got 4 working sets, 1 every 2 minutes. Just checking with our guys. Does that all make sense, guys? Thumbs up if it does. Brilliant, awesome. Thanks to all those on Facebook. Nick, great to see you on, mate. Claire, always supporting us, really appreciate it. All right, we're starting at 10 guys for that first set. I'm gonna use an 8, nice and light to start. All right, here we go. So with our deadlift, we're gonna set ourselves up, handle across the bridge of the foot, hips back, up and squeeze. All right, and we've got our 16 swings. Just gonna do half swings. And down, okay. So that's my warm-up set. I've got a minute to go before I start again. So now we go into our 4 working sets. We want these sets to be exactly the same every single round. So we're not going to mix and match exercises. All right, so you've got 10 deadlifts. Whether you're doing single leg or standard deadlifts, up to you. You've then got swings, all right? So keeping to the same style of swing if you can for each of the 4 rounds. You want your deadlifts to take you roughly about 3 seconds each at a minimum, okay? So really important we don't rush our reps. Focus on the glutes and that hamstring stretch and then the squeeze, okay? Push the hips backwards. All right, here we go. Here we go, 10. One of the best ways to know if you're doing your deadlift correctly is to sit yourself out about 15, 20 centimeters from a wall, okay? And as you deadlift down, make sure that bum hits the wall. So I'm about 25 centimeters away from the wall there. All right, into our swings, 16 swings. Let gravity do the work. You just got to thrust it up there. All right, there we go. You'll notice when I do my swings, the kettlebell travels through my legs at roughly knee height. All right, it does not travel low between the legs. Really important, we always have control of that kettlebell at all times. right, 25 seconds and we're into set number 2. Or working set number 2. Here we go. Let's go. You notice my eye line comes down. I'm not always looking forward. Kettlebell's on the ground looking down, kettlebell's up looking straight ahead. And then my swings. My 16 swings. When you're swinging your kettlebell, you want to think about, if I was to let go of this kettlebell, where would it go? Okay? We want the kettlebell to travel through the roof. Okay? So if I was to swing that kettlebell, if I was to let go of it, we want it to fly up, not out. Okay? We don't want to put it through the wall, we'd rather put it through the roof. So when you swing your bell, just think about, if I was to let go of this bell, where would it go? Okay, at the top of the swing, if I was to let go, where would it travel to? 15 seconds, we're away again. Here we go. Let's go. My stance stays almost exactly the same for the swing as it does for the deadlift. Let go. There we go. Very important, we're focused on those glutes. We don't want our lower back doing any of the work. What we're doing today is we're progressing, we're supersetting 2 exercises that work the same movement pattern. Okay, so we're overloading the hamstrings and the glutes. For many of us, we might be in the gym, we're probably deadlifting a lot more weight than what we are at home. So the way we can progressively overload the muscles, put 2 exercises that work the same muscles together. Creates more intensity in that area. It's not always about adding more weight. As such, we're adding volume with our supersetting here today. All right, so we've got our last working set. Here we go. Let's go. work, guys, doing well. Very good. Once you've made your way through your 16, you can have a little bit of a rest, grab a quick drink. And we'll move on to the next part of our workout. So a little bit slow paced for our start. Okay, now we're just going to build up in the intensity a little bit more. So we're going to move on to workout B and C. So what have we got today? We've got 16 kettlebell dead start rows. All right, so kettlebell is between the feet. Okay, slightly wider stance, not sumo, but close to. All right, we're going to push the hips back into that bent forward position, or that bottom of the sumo deadlift position. We're going to grab our kettlebell, we're going to pull up towards our hip and swap sides. Try and keep the hips as steady as you can. We don't want to see them shaking around. Okay, we don't want to see any of that. Just keep the hips steady. All right. We then go into our push-ups. Now with your push-ups, again, depending on where you're at, you may need a chair or a sofa. Okay, if you're not able to do push-ups on the ground confidently, all right, you can raise yourself up. All right, to the base of a chair, all right, take off a little bit of the load. You can also use the top of a chair, okay, keeping that body nice and straight, and you can do your push-ups from there. If you have access to a suspension trainer, you can also use that, okay, so you can progressively bring yourself up. All right, and then we've got our hollow hold pulses. Down in that position, we want to push our lower back into the ground. Okay, bridge the gap between the ribs and the hips, hold, 2, 3, release. Okay, lower back into the ground, up, 2, 3, release. All right, so we've got 8, 8, 8. Well, 16 alternating rows, 8 per side, 8 push-ups, 8 hollow hold pulses for 7 minutes. We then get a 2-minute rest, and we're going to go into goblet squats, push presses, and Russian twists. All right, we're going to get cracking, guys. Let's get through this. We are starting in 10 seconds. Let's go. Push-ups. Screw the shoulders back into the lats. And then our hollow holds. Up, 2, 3, release. So that's a round, and we're going through, cycling through. We've got 7 minutes. If you're feeling really confident with your form and you want to up the intensity, all right, treat it like an AMRAP. How many reps, how many rounds can you do? Non-stop. Without compromising your form. Doing well, team, doing well. 3 minutes down, 4 to go. Starting to burn big time. So for those of you just tuning in, we're into the second part of our workout. 7-minute block, dead start rows, push-ups, and hollow hold pulses. Minute and a half left. For those hollow holds, remember, push the lower back into the ground, bridge the gap between the ribs and the hips, count to 3, and release. All the way to the buzzer, guys. Awesome work. All right, we have a 2-minute rest. 2-minute rest. Deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. All right, so for our next 7 minutes, we've got goblet squats, push press per arm, so rack position if we can, and then Russian twist. So, again, you can mix it up. If I'm doing a goblet squat, I'm in this position here, squatting down and driving up. All right, if I need to, When I come to my press, I can goblet press, all right, 2 hands, all right, or alternatively I can rack, okay, and I can do 8 per side, all right. You can even, if you want, rack squat when you come to do your squats, all right, it's up to you. And then you've got your Russian twist, okay. The key to the Russian twist is to not over rotate. See a lot of people, they're in this position here and they think they have to get the bell to the ground, okay? Better to just twist and keep that position there and back, okay? That's all you need. Okay, by going to the ground here, you put extra shearing pressure across your lower back. It doesn't like it, all right? And that's where you get some lower back pain. So we don't want to do that. So we've got 8 squats, 8 push presses, and then 8 per side on the Russian twists. We're starting in 10 seconds, guys. That rest does not last long. All right, let's go. First round, I'm going to goblet squat. All right, I'm going to single arm press. I'm going to go lighter for this round. Keep that elbow tucked in. We don't want to see elbows out like this. Okay, elbow tucked in, driving up. Forearm stays vertical through the whole movement. Swap sides. All right, now I got my Russian twists. This is going to make the shoulders burn. A lot of push motion now. We had those push-ups before. Now we've got the push motion in our push press. Same motion, different angle. All right. We're going to go rack this time. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go 8 squats. All right, 8 press. Swap sides. Gonna go back to 8 squats on my rack on the other side this time. Now I got my 8 presses. Cores on. Glutes are on. Whoa. Feeling that 16 kilo bell, that's for sure. Whew. Halfway, guys, 3.5 minutes to go. So if you're just tuning in, we're making our way through our last part of our workout. We've got kettlebell squats in the goblet or rack position. We've got push presses, double or single arm, and then we've got our Russian twists. Remember, with the Russian twist, the core does not, it works better when it's resisting rotation. So we don't want to take it too far through rotation. All right? As far as your thoracic can turn, that's as far as you need to go. Don't force it to go any further. Okay, I was talking about that off-center weight of the kettlebell. So when I press up, not only do I have to resist gravity, but I have to resist gravity trying to pull the weight out as well. All right, so this makes all those little stabilizing muscles in my shoulder work a lot harder. I want to press so that I get that bicep right up next to my ear. Do it from this side so you can see. And I want to make sure my ribs stay down. Okay, I don't want to be pushing the ribs up like this, shearing through the, overarching through the back. Into my Russian twists. 1 minute to go, guys. Woo. All right, let's get it done. Whatever reps you can get done now, guys, keep that good form all the way to the buzzer. Done. That's it, guys. Well done. Awesome work. Whew. Brilliant job. All right. Well done. Make sure you're walking off, guys. Go through the flow again. All right, just to relax the nervous system, relax the joints. To all those that tuned in, thanks so much for tuning in on Facebook. If you'd like to know more about our programs online or potentially returning face-to-face in the near future, then just hit us up and we'll get in contact with you. Take care. Bye for now.